bullshit, and we're here to call it out. Real talk, raw truth, and plenty of spice. Welcome to She Who Thrives.
We're your hosts, Caitlin,
Mindy,
and Harrison.
Today we are reflecting on 2025, the highs, the lows, the lessons, the laughs, and the things that stretched us more than we expected. We're also talking about how Christmas went because, let's be honest, that could be a whole episode itself.
Let's do a little Christmas recap. How was everyone's Christmas?
chaotic and good and messy and good and exhausting. Well, good.
I think Christmas Day was actually a lot less chaotic than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. It's obviously Caitlin's kids all were here Christmas morning, and Harrison came probably about 30 minutes after we started. So we had everyone, but we had Kate's kids. I told them they take turns unwrapping, and I told them that they had to say something that they were grateful for. This is our co-host Maggie today. They had to say something that they were grateful for before they opened a gift, and that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
And they all came up with, I was surprised by some of their answers. Yeah. So that was fun and something that we did different, but Christmas Day was really good.
Yeah, I felt like it was good. We made the most of it being in our Airbnb, but I feel like the kids are young enough that it wasn't like as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was still fun. We opened up our stuff and then we came over and visited all the family members that we needed to visit, but it was a good day.
Yeah, kids played with all their toys. Ava, Caitlin's youngest, got a Barbie dream house almost as big as our house.
It's huge.
It's massive.
And Brixton was obsessed with it, so
Papa was trying to convince us to buy one, and I said, "We're not buying you a dream house. We don't have room for that."
Yeah, it is huge. I don't know how they're going to get home, but
it's probably as big as your car.
Yeah, it's huge.
It is big. And then about 6:00, changed the kitchen dining room into birthday stuff, and we did Adam's birthday party. So yeah, it was a busy day, but a good day. We were actually just in a meeting before we filmed today, and I was telling the guy about our Christmas Eve, and we had a Santa come this year that was amazing. Everybody, even Karsten and Braxton, both have commented on what a great Santa he was. And he just did, they usually have him come up, sit on Santa's lap, tell me what you want, and then that's it. Here's your candy cane. But he talked to each kid for quite a while, and he talked about the Christmas spirit and talked about being good and being bad and on the good list and on the bad list, and how even if you do something wrong, you can fix that and do better, and you're still on the good list. He was really good. But when Brecklin sat on his lap, she was the oldest grandkid that was at the Christmas Eve, and she, he said when he asked her what she wanted for Christmas, she said she wanted to move to St. George. And he paused and was just like, well, that's something that has to be talked about with parents. And
well, he said too, he's like, I can't just take you away from mom and dad.
And then Grandpa was like, well, mom and dad want to be here too. But he was really good with her, and he talked to her for a while, and then he talked about the light that people have in their eyes and how her light in her eyes shines so brightly. And when he was done, I went outside with him to pay him, and we got talking about her and what he had said. And he made us cry when he was talking to her in there, but then outside it made me cry again. And he just said how he prays over each one of the children before he comes. He had asked for a list of their names and ages, and he said he just really likes to be in tune. And he said, I can always tell which kid needs more, of that attention, and which kid is going through their own special kind of hell. And he had just really picked that out in her, which she is. And if anybody knows, what's going on with her, I think it affects her the most, because she's 11 and she knows what she wants, and she knows how things are happy without getting into detail, which we can't right now. Maybe in the future we can. But yeah, He was
She's
really
smart.
good. She is a smart kid.
Been that way for a long time.
Yeah. But his name was Zachary Givens, and he, Zach, Zachary, and he's local in St. George, Utah. So if anybody needs a great Santa, look him up. He was amazing. But that just made me really think. I actually sent him a really nice text after and told him how everybody had commented. And he sent the sweetest text. And he just said how he was so grateful that he came to our family's thing, and how when he left, he had so much more of the Christmas spirit.
Mhm.
And anyway, really great Santa. But
He was a good Santa.
What was the best part of Christmas for you guys this year?
I think just having like all the kids together, I think it just makes it so much more fun. They all get more excited. They get to show each other their stuff. Even though Brixton doesn't want to share his stuff, he likes to show it.
that was the very best part.
Yeah.
Is having everyone here.
Agreed. Yeah.
You see right where the microphone is.
I know.
Your ladies are all cool.
I can't see it, but I know it's right there because it's blocking.
Yeah, it made Christmas.
Maybe I should sit like this.
Christmas without kids is just so different.
Yeah.
Like having all the kids here just makes Christmas magical and
Mhm.
feels way better.
I think Christmas is always exhausting, no matter, even if you don't have anywhere to go. I think it's just one of those things. You're up early, you're doing stuff all day, and it's just a long day, but it's good.
It is a long day. It's always, I think it's the build up to Christmas morning,
Mm.
And the parents are so exhausted and your kids want to go all day. And
They want to play with all their stuff and take it outside and bring it back inside.
Yeah.
All of the things.
so, as you know, we gave the kids a new experience this year. And so we ended up going to Vegas for the day. And we went down and we went to the Sphere. They had Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. So we did that. And then we all went to Cheesecake Factory after for lunch, which we all love that. So,
Mhm.
and then we went to the playground in Vegas, which is it's actually a bar adult playground, but they don't really do that until 7 p.m. and after. So we went in still when it was like open to whomever.
Everyone, yeah.
But we were all, I think, so full that we couldn't really experience it like just yet.
Walking around. I thought the slide, I'm not even joking you. Jason was like, what was your favorite part? And I was like, the slide. That slide was so fun. It really was.
Really?
Yeah.
It looked horrible.
I thought it was so fun. And when you got on those little sacks, you went fast.
Well, everybody said it was pitch black in there too.
It was. It was dark, but I thought it was fun.
It was a fun place.
Yeah, it was cool.
It would be lots more fun if we weren't so full, I
You
think.
would have gone there first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think that they should cap it though. Like there was too many people for how,
Yeah.
not that it's like small, but it wasn't enough space for how many people they had in there because there was lines for every single thing. And it's just like, I don't know. There's too many people in there. I think.
Yeah. But we had fun. The Sphere was super cool. And it was just
very
fun
cool.
to
It
have
was fun.
all of that's the first time actually. So my bonus daughter, Kenna, it's the first time her and Brady have actually met in person.
Really?
Uh,
That's the first time I've really talked to Kenna. And I was like, wow, I like her a lot.
yeah. It was fun to have
It
everyone.
was fun to get to know her better.
It was a fun day.
Yeah.
And right before we left, Jason decided he had to play roulette. So him and Adam each put $100 on black and ended up winning 3 times.
Couple $100,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it was,
Want some extra money and
it was a nice little, and that only took a minute.
I know.
Highs and lows of 2025.
It's been a long year. I can't even think back.
I know. I feel like I'm excited for next year because I feel like this year I was pregnant and then postpartum and then all the house stuff. So I'm excited to
Yeah, but I feel like
back
you
to
being
me.
pregnant was the best part of this year. We had baby Jet. I mean, I didn't have him.
yeah, but I just feel like being pregnant is not fun. And being postpartum is not fun. And I'm excited to feel like myself again and to not feel like I'm in complete and utter chaos.
Your toes are the most
Stop.
this angled toes I've ever seen. No, I mean, like, I'm not making fun of them. I'm saying, like, yes, see how they just perfectly go thunk?
You have little tiny toes.
My dad calls them Flintstone feet.
She has chiclets.
I
She got
forgot
pretend-
those. Now I'm gonna hide them.
Don't hide them.
They're not painted either.
I'm like, some people's toes, you know, like, here's one, here's the other, kind of a little bit, but yours are just like perfectly.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I mean, of course, the best part of the year was getting Baby J here. But me and Kate were talking about it when we were in Vegas. There was a pregnant lady that walked by, and she's like, I just feel so bad when I see people that are pregnant because it's so miserable. And I have pretty good pregnancies. Like, I'm not super sick, but I just feel like I get so achy and just hurty, and I'm just like, ugh, I'm over it.
Such a blessing, but it's so.
Yeah.
I see, and I don't mind being pregnant at all. I mean, I hate that I'm throwing up from conception to delivery pretty much, but I don't mind being pregnant.
Mine are miserable from day one to day. And
I mean, I don't ever want to be pregnant again, don't I? Get me wrong. What do you feel like the best part of your 2025 was?
I don't know. I really, this whole year has been a blur.
It's crazy how fast it goes by. You know, when you're younger, you think time, like,
It's so-
slow. Yes.
It's like because you're in damn school.
And then it, like, just flies the older you get. I'm already thinking, okay, we're talking about an anniversary trip. I feel like we just got home from Costa Rica.
I feel like you did too. When's your anniversary?
May, but it comes so fast.
Well, that's when we were talking at breakfast. Like, I feel like we were just here for Leo's birthday, and he's about to be 7. March.
I know.
That's crazy. I think when you have kids too, it goes so fast.
Yeah, and it does. What was the best part of your year, Mom?
I say the high point of the year was getting a new baby, grandbaby.
Your nephew.
What was the low point of your guys' year? I know mine was my damn dog dying. I've never had an indoor dog until her, and it really sucked.
I don't feel like I had anything like bad, like big enough or bad happen this year
Yeah.
that I can think of. Of course, there was like bad days and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like we've had a pretty good year for the most part.
Is there anything you're proud of?
I feel like I'm very proud of Chasen and the way he's been able to scale his company, and just he's always had like big dreams about what he wants to do, and I feel like he's getting to the point where he's able to make those happen, and it's really cool to sit back and like watch those dreams come to life for him.
It's even cooler when you're the mom, because I feel like every one of my kids has had so much growth this year. You know, Brady graduated and is going to school to get his degree. Kate has grown so much this last year and it's been killing it with what she does, and Chasen getting his business started. And I feel like the twins have grown so much this last year. Kenna even moving to Vegas and being closer. It's just all around. I just feel like as a mom, you can look at your kids and it's just like, wow, they've all, you know. And same with Adam. I feel like Adam, well, both of us, I mean, we have goals that we read all the time, but I can look at those goals and there's so many things that have been accomplished, you know, and that's always a cool feeling to be like, oh, I did these, you know. I mean, of course, there's some that you're always like, ooh, need to work on that one. That's why I told you I'm not going to put being on time as a New Year's resolution.
That'll never happen.
We can't put things on there that aren't attainable.
I mean, I was today. You were the late one.
True.
But if I was on time, you probably would have been late.
Maybe. Yeah, but I think it's good to write your goals down or have them somewhere where you can reflect, you know. And I don't feel like you can be too hard on yourself for things that you didn't
Right.
check off. Give yourself more grace for the things that you did check off.
Yeah.
And work on those that you didn't.
Yeah.
You have your whole freaking life. Something you're proud of?
Having 4 houses of
She looks like she's almost
Same time.
dead.
I feel that way. And Lagging.
Liven up.
Um,
It's almost 2026.
I just
Wow. Another one of those episodes.
I feel like I worked harder and grew more this year than probably ever. So
Yeah. You got anything for 2026 that you want to accomplish? I mean, we all have one for you.
Hmm.
Anything besides that? You know what I'm going to publicly make a goal to do?
but you should.
Jeez Louise, my tatas are hanging out.
That's her goal right there.
Those things fly. I think I'm going to say, I mean, we all know when you leave, we're starting 75 hard again because we go to
Yes.
the Bahamas in February. And I am not saying I'm fat, but I feel like I'm not fat. I just feel like
Very
I'm
skinny.
out of shape right now.
Out of what shape, lady?
Out of very skinny muscle shape. I don't want to be skinny. I want to have my butt back. I want to have muscles back. That is my 2026.
That's
and
good.
when I'm going to do a photo shoot with Casey this year.
Are you?
That's a good goal. You're not going to be the tripod this time.
Save my pinky.
That's a good one. Maybe I should say that too.
Yeah, I want to get back in. I'm the same way. I'm a skinny. I know that I'm not fat, but I want to feel confident in a bikini again. I want to be able to finish the High Rocks in February and not die.
Better not die.
Oh, good golly.
I want to take my kids to Disney.
This year?
Mm-hmm.
That's for fun. I want to do that.
Whether it's everybody or not.
Do you want to go to California or Florida?
If we're going to Florida, we better pull out a loan because Disney World or Disney, is it World?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that place is asinine now.
Probably that's where the boys said they wanted to go. The big boys.
Yeah.
The kids love Florida so much.
I'm very excited. I'm going to get to experience the Florida experience for the first time in a few weeks.
Well, it's our year to do another family trip, so.
That'd be a good one. It's in the States.
I want to have a house built this year.
Me too. That's a good goal. Build a new house. Find some dirt.
I would love to find some land. We will probably stay here another year, I would think. But I would love to have some land that we know, okay, as soon as we are ready to sell it, we have land. Anything that 2025 taught you guys?
Patience.
That's good.
A lot of patience.
I think no matter, what season of life you're in, where you're at, there's always room for growth.
Yeah. What about you?
Always. You know how independent I am, and I hate to ask for help for anything, even like for my husband who's willing to do anything and everything. But I think with him being gone and, Piper and all her stuff, and I was so sick at the time, and I had to ask for help. I had to ask people to come help, and that's not something that I like to do or do well. And I realized that even like with you guys being here now, I asked you when I need help with something, where before I would just do it all myself and then be so wore out and grumpy because I was doing everything, which is so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think I'm learning at 51 to ask for help and realize that I don't have to do everything by myself.
Yeah.
Or I shouldn't even.
Right.
What's a mindset shift that changed how you move through life? I think for me, it's just because you would do something for someone else, say, I don't know, just for an example, your brother. Just because you would do anything for them does not mean that they will do anything for you.
I was going to say that. So,
Like just not expecting
You.
Yeah, you from other people. Exactly.
That's a talk that Adam and I have all the time, because you know how he has such high expectations for himself. And I have to remind him frequently, I think we've talked about that on here, that most people are not like him. You know, he is a very rare breed. And sometimes he needs to look at that and remember that, you know, so that he's not, even that one day he said something on our text to you, and I was like, bro, why did you say it that way? No, to her, you know. But then once I call it to his attention, then he can look at it and he's like, yeah, I do hold everybody up. He thinks everybody can do what he can do and should do what he can do, and they can't.
Yeah.
But I think that's true with everything, what you said, you know, because even like how I am clean, well, most people, and you shouldn't be how anal I am, you know, but I think for a while it would be like, I don't know, I almost expected that out of my children because I raised my children, but we're all so different, you know, and you can't expect people, we're all different for a reason.
Right.
If everybody was like me in the world, that would not be a good damn thing. The world would be,
I think too, even just what you do for others, like just because you would go above and beyond for a specific person does not mean that they will go above and beyond for you. And just remembering that sometimes it's okay to just accept that, and that that's just maybe how that person is, and not to take offense to it and just move on.
sometimes you do have to just show them grace and realize that that's how they work, and it's not anything against you or towards you. You know, you can't take it personally, which that's hard a lot of times.
Yeah, it is. I struggle with that with some people, but you know, sometimes it's just knowing you can't expect that of that person and letting it go.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it is what it is.
Anything you?
I expect you from other people.
You have to talk louder, I think.
I don't have it in me.
What day did you guys get here? 20th? What's today?
The 30th.
10 days.
Jeez. Has it gone by? Does it seem 10 days?
It always goes by so well. I feel like the days go by slow, but the weeks go by fast. What's been a hard thing this year, actually, is like all of the Leo stuff has been a lot more stressful and exhausting.
Maybe
What do you mean?
expand on the Leo stuff.
Leo is her
Stepson,
stepson.
yes. Just we found out like he was having issues in school, and you know he had to be evaluated for ADHD, but the parent on the other end goes to great lengths to keep, especially my husband, out as much as she can. Like, even to go as far as telling doctors that there was a no contact order and he wasn't allowed to have any information. She even told his doctor that they were just recently divorced, and so Leo was struggling. They were never married. They weren't even together when he was born. So all the hoops that he's had to jump through to be involved every step of the way, it's been a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah. I feel like it will be that way his whole life. But
Which is crazy to me, because if you have a father and a bonus mom who's willing and capable of loving and helping raise your child, why the hell do you do everything in your power to keep them out?
Me and Jason actually talk about this all the time, because I think it would, I mean, you've obviously been in that position. I think it would be really hard to see somebody else not like play the part of being their mom, because you're irreplaceable as their mom.
right.
And obviously your kids, we won't get into that. I think it would be like, if Jason and I were ever to get divorced, which we're not, but if that were to ever happen, it would be really hard for me to know that somebody else is stepping up to be a mom to my kids. But at the end of the day, I think you have to look at it in a bigger picture, that there are more people to love and care for your children. And I think that sometimes putting your feelings aside and looking at it like that, like, okay, there are more people in this world that get to love my kids and get to have them in their life, and just being grateful, even though that would be incredibly hard, which that's coming from someone who's never been in that situation. So it's easy for me to say, but I mean, you've been.
No, I've been in that situation too.
Yeah.
It's never fun when another person comes into your kids' lives, like another woman, and you worry about things that, what if they like her more than me?
Yeah.
What if she's nicer because she's not the disciplinary? And you have all those thoughts, which are totally normal thoughts.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if somebody came into my kids' lives that loved my children, treated them kindly, and had their best interest in mind at all times, great.
Yeah.
Because it does take a freaking village to raise kids, you know? So if they're not idiots like some other people in other people's lives that I know,
Well,
yes.
yeah, I don't know. And sometimes I do have as a baby also. This is not like
True.
anything new. It's been 6 years.
Yeah. It's
And
to
he's
get over it.
almost 7, so literally pretty much his whole life.
I have been,
Yeah. It's
constant. I mean, I know when previous people, someone was in the kids' lives, when it got to a point where they loved her and I knew how much she was doing for them, that was like a weight lifted off my shoulders, just knowing, you know,
When they're over there.
they were okay,
Mhm.
which is exact opposite now. But
Yeah. Yeah, and you've been in both the situations where they had someone with their dad that they liked, and you knew that she cared for them, and now they don't like this one. And I don't think she gives a rat's ass about him.
she doesn't.
heavy on the rats.
Heavy on the rants.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally.
That's why I said that.
I didn't even think about it. We have so much to tell you guys in a couple months, if we can.
These, oh my gosh, look at why my pants are in.
Okay,
They
Nixon.
send us for pictures.
Oh, hell. We had to get family. Well, we didn't have to,
Yeah.
obviously.
That went pretty quick.
Uh-huh. An hour went by really fast, but I was family. Yeah. I hate getting family pictures.
You know what's actually crazy is when me and Chasen and Brixton got our first family photos, I remember being like so stressed out about it. Our outfits had to be perfect. My hair never, anytime I've ever gotten pictures done, it never looks good. Like I just lost that expectation of having good hair on picture day. So this year when we got our family pictures done, I was like, you know what? Like, as long as I get one good one, that's all I care about. I found my outfits 24 hours before pictures were taken. My hair, I mean, I was literally rushing out the door and I was like, whatever, like, I hope they turn out. And they did. They were fine. So I feel like that is one thing I'm good about, is when it comes to family pictures, just, it's fine.
Next time I'm going to say, I don't give a shit what y'all wear. Let's not even match.
We actually had the conversation on the way to pictures. Chasen was so stressed about his damn vest. He's like, my mom's going to be so pissed off. I'm going to have to go get one. He's like, do you think Walmart has vests? And I said, babe, your mom is going to care less about the vest and more about you being in the picture. I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. He said, no, my mom would care more about the vest.
Oh my
Basically,
God.
not it.
And I said, no, she's not. She's going to be more happy that you are here and in the picture than what you're wearing.
Yeah.
So
I'm sad that Liv couldn't be in it. But
I know.
it's a whole other
Mess.
situation. Give me a word of phrase for your year ahead.
I think I was actually thinking about this last night as I was reading through some stuff, and I had this feeling I'm not a witch.
There you are.
I just know that this is, I know everyone says this is going to be the best year yet, but I really have a feeling that this is going to be a really big year for me and my little family. And that's all I'll say about it. I think it's going to be a good, big year.
I think it's going to be a good big year for our whole entire family.
Yeah.
I mean, when I look at each and every one of you guys and things that are already happening and things that are going to continue to happen into 2026, even with Adam and his work stuff. And, you know, I think it's going to be a really good year for everybody. I think there's going to be a lot that we've been waiting for a long time that we'll see happen this year. And I think it'll be a good year.
I do too.
For 2026, I think I'm going to focus on taking better care of myself. Because with my health issues, even like, you know, with them being here, I haven't been doing those simple things that I do every day to stay, you know, keep my inflammation down and keep my joints from aching and everything that I should be doing. You know, I'm not eating like I usually do, and I can feel it. And I mean,
Sorry, I'm only laughing because Jason made the comment of how he needs to get back on meal prep because he's had diarrhea for weeks.
Ew.
And I said, no one's stopping you. You can get back on meal prep. But it like, everyone needs to take care of themselves, even
it's
if,
true.
you know, you are in good health. That's how you stay in good health.
Yeah. But I think sometimes we push that aside.
Yeah.
We're the last person to take care of ourselves. We take care of everyone else first. And
Or work first. And I have to keep reminding Jason, you can't continue to work if you don't eat and you don't sleep and you don't, do all of these other things. He's like, go, 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 go. We gotta do this. We gotta do this. And I'm like, you can't keep living like that or else you're not gonna live for very long.
Yeah.
You need to eat. You need to sleep. You need to drink your water. You need to get some kind of exercise in. Like, yeah, all of those things are so important.
I think 2026 for me, I would say new beginnings, transformation, and discipline.
Those are great. Great word choices.
she Googled them. Pull up her phone, ChatGPT.
No, I didn't.
Is there anything you're letting go of for next year?
His spelling.
What belly?
You don't have a belly, you stupid.
Yeah, I do.
Self-doubt.
That's a good one.
Self-doubt is a bitch.
It is.
And it holds you back from so many things.
Agreed.
That's a good one.
When we were talking to Steven there about, he's like, oh, I'm sure you're, outgoing and you could be out there. And that's still really hard for me just because I doubt myself, like, so can't get to where you want to be
if you're comfortable, you're not growing.
Exactly.
I think too, like, when it comes to stuff like that, I remember Chasen being, he obviously started his own company, just like you started your own company. And I don't know if it's like I don't think it's like ego. I think it's more, you don't want people to, I don't know how to explain this. He was worried about posting ads on Facebook or posting it on St. George Word of Mouth, almost like worried about what other people might think.
So I am still.
Or, like, oh, she thinks that she can start this business or she thinks that she can do this, and just literally not giving a fuck and just doing it, because you're not only doing it for yourself, you're doing it for you, you're doing it for your kids and future generations. I think that you could make your company be bigger and better than any cookie company there ever was.
Well, they are the best. Hello.
It's a dream.
Even with this, just something so simple. How long did we talk about it? And we were like, blah, 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 blah. 2 years talking about it, doing nothing and then we didn't even post about it, because you're like, oh,
What's everyone gonna
yeah. And now it is to the point where I'm like, I don't care.
Why do I look like
It's
this?
fun.
Yeah, well, you guys don't ever look like rats. People are probably like, who the hell is that?
I look like Cheech and Chong on one of them. I was like, what?
Right
Oh,
now,
what's
my slick back in the window behind us. I probably don't even look like I got hair.
Some of those clips are we've got to find a new clip company because those are bad.
I think we just need to we need to figure out the camera situation because it's more so the camera. Computer cameras are ass. I don't know what's that, but
Yeah, 2026, we're gonna level up our podcast.
We're gonna what?
that sounded like a fart.
Level up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said level up.
Level up.
I'm like, what does that mean? I'm learning all these new words. Use that say.
Level up.
Yep, it's gonna be leveled up.
Well, we're exhausted, so we're proud of you for making it through.
As we talk about leveling up for 2026.
I'm gonna take a nap before that.
What's your tip?
This week's tip is to reflect without judging yourself.
Beautiful.
You don't need to label this year as good or bad. You showed up, you survived, you learned, and guess what? That is enough, people.
I'm judging you for that.
People. Well, on that note, thank you for hanging out with us on today's episode of She Who Thrives. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with I was almost going to say new friend. With a new friend, I guess. We'll see you next Wednesday with a brand new episode in a new year. Until then, remember, no matter what you're doing in life, do it to the best of your ability and always strive to thrive. Happy New Year!
Fireworks.
Good timing as well.